My name is Holger Friedrich. I'm the president of GMTA, and I'd like to welcome you to our booth this morning. Let me explain a little bit about GMTA, formerly also known under the name American Vera. American Vera was established in 1991. And our location, our main office is in Arbor, Michigan. We have a second office in Guerrero, Mexico. And we currently employ a total of 11 service engineers between Ann Arbor, Michigan and Guerrero, Mexico. And then we further have 5 people on staff for sales and administration in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Basically, we represent only German machine tools, and Scott Noy, our Vice President of Sales, he's going to explain to you these different machines, and then later on, Joseph Campbell, where is he? Taking from part. Oh, okay. He's going to demonstrate you the straightening press, and one other thing, American Vera, we changed our name to GMTA in June of this year, just because Vera is 2 separate companies. One is a machine tool company, and one is a hand tool company. And the hand tool company is known under the name Vera. So the owner of Vera, he wanted to distinguish between the machine tools and the hand tools. So he decided that the name Vera will only be used under the hand tools. So in Germany, our parent company is known under the name Profilator. And but in the English, in America, I did not want to use the name Profilator. It just does not fit. So, since we represent many other German companies, we decided that we're going to change our name to GMTA, meaning German Machine Tool of America. So, and this name change came in effect in June of this year. We are still doing the same business as under American Vera. It's just a simple name change to GMTA. To distinguish us between the hand tool business and our parent operator in Germany. I think that is about all. Just our company. I'm going to turn over to Scott Noy, and he is going to explain the different 5 companies which we are representing and the product what they are building. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming. My name's Scott Noy. I'm with the sales department at GMTA. As you can see, we've kind of boxed ourselves in with GMTA. We can't sell anything Swiss, Japanese, and German from here on out. A little bit about our product lines. We do manufacture and sell our own machines, as you just learned. The line is Profilator, Profilator, as the Germans call it. We didn't think American Profilator sounded right, so we've done something a little more generic in nature to take into account our evolution from manufacturer, American arm of a manufacturer, to almost as well as being a distributor. So we've developed a relationship with the DBS group out of say Frankfurt, Germany, and they own the companies WOZ, Revima, is part of the association of 9 companies.
Scott.
Representing these.
Scott, can you talk a little louder?
Louder?
Yeah, exactly.
WMZ is a company that makes a very unique machine called the center drive lathe. And what it does is it will process shafts. It allows you to grab the part in the center and work the ends, different than your normal lathe that will come in from the sides and use centers so you can do the turning process. So you can have 1 or 2 center drives on this machine, as well as centers so you can process the entire part, ends, as well as the entire shaft. A very unique machine, very interesting to the people in the energy market as well as the printing presses. Vima is the gear technology arm of the DBS group. They make what I consider the best gear loading machine in the world, and if you look at the sales over the past 10 years, they certainly prove that out. They sell gear homes at a rate of 3 to 1 compared to the competition, and I'm fully confident that if we had more capacity, it would be a higher number. Truly the best machine on the market. So looking for a gear home, see where you would like to buy it. They also manufacture gear grinders, profile grinders, very large grinders for the wind energy industry. They go up to 2 meters. Unfortunately, we developed this machine just as the market was starting to ebb, so we haven't moved very many of the machines, but I can assure you they're excellent quality, and we have one machine available for short delivery due to the downturn in the market, especially to that sector of the energy industry. The third company that we work with from the DBS group is Pittler. And Pittler is a very old company, more than 100 years, and they're very famous for turning equipment. Now, you probably know the turning market is very competitive. You're fighting with people such as Mazak and Puma who make thousands of machines a year. So we need to differentiate ourselves in some fashion. What we like to do is we like to do as many operations as we possibly can to a part before we move it. I know we're on film right now. Behind you are a few pieces that we manufacture on the Pittler machines, and we concentrate mainly on large pieces that you really don't want to move. So if we can do as many operations as we possibly can on that one machine with very high amount of technology on it, then we can be successful. Not only are we turning, but we're milling, we're drilling, we're grinding, we're measuring, and that is the difference in what we do as compared to the competition. Lastly, I'd like to talk a little bit about MAE. They are our new partner in business. They are manufacturers of straightening presses. We have 2 machines here, as well as railway wheel set presses. It's hard to say, but a railway wheel set press is used to take train wheels on and off of axles. So it's a very unique product. We hope to explore that even more deeply in the future. But we thought it was important that we display MAE here at the show as our partner to show some of their technology and what they can do. 2 machines here. With that, I'd like to turn it over to our product manager, Joseph Kemple, who's going to explain the machines, how they work, and then Ron Higginspieler, our technician, is going to demonstrate the machines so you can see exactly how they operate. Thank you.
Good morning. How you doing? As Scott mentioned, I'm MAE product manager for GMTA here in North America. MAE is the global leader in straightening technology with 50% of the global market share, roughly 80% of the German market share, and 67% of the European market share in straightening technology. MAE offers small manual presses that are used in smaller job shops for low volumes. These electromechanical press machines, fully automated, which are very good for the auto industry, up through the heavier machines such as combines, tractors, as well as the semi-trailers, semi-trucks that are on the roads. Additionally, we have large ASB moving C-frame presses. Those are good for the steel industry. They'll straighten pipes and steel part up to 800 millimeters in diameter to roughly 98 feet in length. Some very nice innovations there. We're the only company in the world providing some of this technology. If you want to look at are we ready to look at the machines, like to see the run? You'll see when it comes time to press the part, the frame comes down through the gear drives. Here we have a geared shaft to be straightened. You see the hammer at the top, and there'll be 2 handles underneath. the hammer will come down and press the part to straighten it. Is it actually straightening now, or it's not straightening because?
No, they already.
Yeah, this is fully automatic. The first thing it does when it sees the parts, it spins the parts, measures the run out or the straightness of the part through the probes underneath. If it's not straight, if it needs no straightening, the computer control says it's good and it sends it out in good parts. You'll see on this one, there's a red box moving behind it. That's a laser measuring system. That's been on the market for, what, 2.5 years. It's field tested. It's actually faster than using master gears. If you're familiar with gear measuring, to measure the run out, oftentimes it's a customer requirement to measure on the actual pitch diameter of the gears. To do that precisely, normally you have expensive and bulky master gears to mesh them in and measure the run out. With this laser gear technique, with this laser measurement, you don't need the expensive master gears, and that saves quite a bit of money if you have several parts, because a different part will require a different master gear and changing it out, and this is not necessary on this system. Does anyone have any questions so far on this? I don't want to go into too much technical detail.
Yeah, one quick question. When it measures run out, it detects the high spot. How does it know where to hammer, where to position the hammer?
As the shaft is spinning, there's a probe underneath it, and if there's a run out, the probe will be pushed down. Right? If there's no run out, it's spinning, the probe is standing still. So yes, it will detect where there's a high spot. Then it will bring the high spot to the top, and then it can press that with the hammer.
All of that.
Correct.
What's the
How high or how tight can it straighten to?
how much out there?
Fine. There's a question on how much incoming run out can the machine accept.
Well, that depends on the workpiece and on the material.
That's
We have workpieces. No, on the alloy, diameter, the shape. So we have customers with workpieces with an initial run out 3-4 millimeters. We have workpieces with 20 millimeters run out. So that depends on the shape, the alloy.
yeah, absolutely. This has a full Rivlex automatic changeover between parts. You can put a shaft, one family of shaft in, then if you bring a new family in, different lengths, different diameters, different straightening requirements, this, using lasers and the CNC drives, will automatically move the centers. It will move the measuring points as well as the hammer and anvil to automatically set up for the next part. This is quicker than a manual setup by a number of minutes, but most importantly, this removes the human element from the setup. We've had some customers just falling all over themselves when they hear about this, because of human error, they'll have 8 hours of production. At the end of the 8 hours, they realize someone had made a mistake, and this is all scrap. And so this eliminates that. It's using a laser to see where the equipment is. And this can match any level of factory automation. Many manufacturers will have a full factory information system. Their parts are individually marked. You can use laser scanners to read that part number, enters into the computer, set it up according to that part or part family, straighten it, records the information, sends it out, and then that information can be uploaded automatically to the factory information system on the floor, or if they don't have the connections, they can come down after every shift, after every day, week, month, or whatever, to download the data. The data is not only saying how straight the part is, but how many strokes and the depth of each stroke that was used to straighten the part. that kind of information can also be used internally by the people using the straightener. If they see that they're suddenly taking more time to straighten a certain part, they can use that for problem resolution. Maybe there's a problem with the heat treat with the earlier process.
So in a given production run, I mean, is it that 100% of steering shafts need to be straightened, or is it a percentage of them? I mean, what's the
it can vary very greatly. I've seen a lot of customers will have 80% need straightening. Some customers only 20%. But even customers that have their processes down very good, right, and they have very excellent heat treatment for their processes, and they're not straightening anything, by their own customers, let's say the automotive people, they're required to have straightening there just in case. And this can actually just be a measurement device. You can load it in, spin it, measure it, confirm that it's straight, which they can then document to their customers and send it out as a good part. Additionally, we're partnered with Quas crack detection. On the Quas, it's a sonic device. You see it on there. As you're pressing a part, especially a hardened part, if it cracks during the straightening process, during the pressing, it picks that noise up, and it says this is a cracked part. Once it's tuned in, the automotive suppliers, if it's a 30-cent part and it's cracked, they don't care. They toss it, we set it in the reject bin, and it goes out. If it's a $500,000 aerospace part, it cracks, they usually go into emergency stop. So there's no more turning, no movement whatsoever going on. So everyone can come in, see exactly where it cracked, look at the process, look upstream, why did this crack when we were straightening?
After they wipe away the tears for this thing is only $50,000 part.
I'm sorry? Oh, yes. Yeah, exactly. Any other questions on this? I'd like to mention on the hydraulic straighteners, both the small ones as well as the 2,000, 2,500 ton straightening presses that are used in the steel industry, they all have a patented bypass control system. It's very green and saves a lot of energy. All other hydraulic presses worldwide, the hydraulic pump is pumping oil the entire time. When you then give the command to move the hammer, there's a diverter valve to pump the oil this way or that way. In this one, the pump is not running. It's not heating up the hydraulic fluid. You're not then required to cool the hydraulic fluid. Rather, it's just sitting there. When you tell when the operator or the CNC control tells the hammer to come down or to come up, a servo motor moves, indexes, moves the fluid. And then when you're coming up, for instance on a 14-inch steel bar, you flex down. As you raise the hammer, there's a bit of flex. And that flex pushes the hammer up. That pushes the fluid back through the servo motor. The servo motor then turns in reverse, feeds electrical energy back into the grid, which is to be used again or sold back to the supplier. All in all, this bypass control system saves 80% on the energy costs of running the hydraulic straightener. And for a large 1,000, 2,000 ton press, that can be tens of thousands of dollars.
Okay, folks, while there's a little break in the action, I'm Tim Darrow from the PR agency. On your chairs is a bag with some lovely party gifts, all the print materials, and then a memory stick that has literature, Word docs, JPEGs, and videos on all these machines for you. So if before you go, grab your bag and please give me your business card. But you're welcome to stick around and ask more questions and watch the machines in action. And thank you all very much for coming. We know it's a busy day. And yeah, they have quite a sizable operation in Mexico. Yes.
Right. Let's mention
answer. How's the timing